World. It is 8:42. Frank Scott here with you until 10 o'clock. And right now I've got an in-studio guest, and some of you might know J.T. Dossett, probably better known as Jim around here. But, of course, J.T. Dossett, a local author. Last year he wrote a book called Finding Bobby Ray, and he's come out with a new one that has just been released. It's called Starving Dog and the Guardians, and we're here to talk to J.T. about it. Jim, how you doing?
I'm fine, Frank. How are you this morning?
You prefer J.T. or Jim? I know J.T. is your...
Jim.
Jim.
It's my nom de plume.
Your nom de plume. There you go. Well, you know, you're on your second book now. How did the first one go for you?
Well, I told somebody the other day that I believe 2,000 people read it in Campbell County, but only 10 people bought the book.
Well, that may be true. I don't know.
It went pretty well. It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and it's published by a publishing house out of Parker, Colorado. So those are places where people can get it now.
Talk about the kind of writing you do. You do fiction, right?
That's correct.
But with a local flavor.
Right. Finding Bobby Ray is with a local flavor. I've lived here for 17 years, and I worked for the paper for a while, and I had an opportunity to get to know folks around here, and I'm from a southern background, but I like to say that everybody's a collection of stories, and especially folks around here, and it makes it easy to write about them and in their vernacular.
Now, your new book is called Starving Dog and the Guardians. You really can't tell much by that title, but tell us what it's about.
The main character in the story is a fellow by the name of Harry Cunningham, and this guy cannot get a bit of luck. And he's a good person, and a lot of bad things happen to him, but he says that trouble follows him like a starving dog.
There you go.
Ready to lap up his misery. And the book follows him and his disappointments, and despite all the disappointments, there are people and there are beings of light and twilight who are watching his back.
Mm-hmm. Is it an arduous process to write a book of 300, 350 pages? I mean, how long does that take?
Well, it took me about 9 months. We had some death in the family, and but you have to be disciplined, which I'm not a very disciplined person.
Right.
But it is arduous in that it's a lonesome job, and I tried to put 4 or 5 hours a day in, and that can be grueling sometimes. But what's really great is that you don't have to go to the library. You have search engines right at your fingertips, and that really speeds the process up.
Again, you know, you write mainly fiction. Have you ever considered writing some nonfiction? Because, you know, they always say, write what you know about.
Right. Well, I haven't considered that because I haven't been writing that long.
Okay.
And I worked, like I said, I worked for the newspaper for some time. And what I learned there was to be right. It's very difficult for me to be, you know, absolutely right when you're not writing fiction.
Right. Aren't you glad for the advent of computers and word processors instead of maybe perhaps typing it out on a manual typewriter like back in the day?
Computers are wonderful, but they're a blessing and a curse to me.
Right.
And but I am glad for them because you can store. You can store what you've written and save it in various formats, and you don't have to worry about everything being wiped away.
Okay. Again, the new book is called Starving Dog and the Guardians. It's published by Outskirts Press. Where can people get a copy right now? Okay.
I'm working on that now.
Yep.
Since I can't get the book in bookstores because of a commitment between the publisher and the distributor, which is true for most self-published books. I've been selling some myself. They can get the book off of Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and right now I'm working on having the book sold in various places in town, and I'm hoping that people will agree with me on that.
Okay, of course, like I said, we know you as Jim, but to find you on Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com, we find you at J.T. Dossett.
That's correct.
And the new book is called Starving Dog and the Guardians. And again, your first book that came out earlier last year was called Finding Bobby Ray. Both are available online.
That's correct.
All right. Well, JT, Jim, we appreciate you coming in. Good luck with the book. I'm going to give it a read, and we appreciate you coming in this morning.
Thanks a lot, Frank. You've been very helpful.